Can a single needle machine actually handle real Etsy order volume? I get this question all of the time, and the answer is a little bit more complicated, but yes, it can be done, and it should be done in a very specific way to make sure you're not losing money. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video here with Angel B Designs. I'm Angel B. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Okay, so single needle machines are fun. I started with the Poolin EOC06 and I have the 07 now, and I have a multi-needle as well. But when I first learned to embroider, it was on the 06 and I took orders. After I got over that learning curve, I took sweatshirt orders for the holiday season and learned quite a few things. In this video, I'm going to stitch out a design that I believe works best with single needle orders, and we're going to talk about everything that I learned. So grab your craft notebooks and let's get started.
All right, you guys. So I am using the largest hoop that comes with the Poolin EOC07, which is the 7.9 by, it's like 14.6 or 14.9 or something like that, just under 15 inches. And I'm using two pieces of no show mesh stabilizer. And then I'm going to use some basting spray to go ahead and adhere that. The '07 currently does not have any magnetic hoops that work with it. So this is how I get my stabilizer and everything lined up on my shirt correctly. I use the stabilizer on the inside of the shirt. I turn it inside out, spray it with some adhesive spray, and then I to get the stabilizers to stick so that I can get everything lined up. Now I'm just putting the backing to the hoop inside the shirt and I'm getting it lined up. Now, I've been doing this for almost 2 years now, so I can kind of see it. And I think it still came out a tiny bit crooked, but if you want to avoid it being crooked at all, then I would suggest using some masking tape to kind of find the center of your shirt where you want the center of the design to go, the top center of the design. You can measure from the sleeves, you can measure from the collar, all of those things, and then use a flat surface. I have a table here, but before I had this table, I would have to do it like lay it out on the floor. Anything that you have to do to try to make sure your shirt is laid out so that you can see it and that you can go ahead and get it straight. And then I'm going to tape some water soluble to the top as well, just because this is a t-shirt, it's thinner. I just need a little bit more stabilization for the thick satin stitches I'll be doing on this design. And then I'm going to go ahead and just kind of roll and clip everything out of the way because you can't really put the shirt under the hoop. I'm putting it there to roll some stuff out of the way, but you'll see towards the end there that everything was from underneath the hoop and I kind of rolled it, clipped it, rolled it, clipped it. I'm clipping the water soluble as well so that the water soluble doesn't move. And then I'm clipping the shirt kind of to the bottom stabilizer. It kind of helps it to keep it out of the way. So that's what I'm doing now. But in terms of designs that you should be doing with your '06 if you're going to sell or your '07 is things that are 1 to 2 colors, probably maximum, just because you're already using a single needle machine that goes slower in general. The fastest that this machine I have seen it go is 600 SPM. I've never seen it really go past that, even though the '07 you can go up to 860. However, I've never actually seen the machine go up to 860. I've never seen it go past 600. So with that being said, you want to take into consideration designs, how long they take. Now, of course, it's your business. You run it how you see fit. But just to start off with, until you really get comfortable with maneuvering this machine and how slow it actually produces things, I would say start off with, like I said, 1 to 2 color designs or maybe 1 to 2 color applique designs. With the satin stitches, this is no applique. So with this kind of project, I just put it on there. I checked it every couple of minutes just to make sure my clips did not shift. And then I had to do 1 color change between the first stitch, the first word, and then the trust the process that goes underneath. But it was a 30-minute stitch out. And like I said, I only had to check it a handful of times. I just kind of let it go and do its thing. Aside from the 1 color change, everything stitched out really, really well. And I was able to brush in my rhinestone template while this was stitching. So this is a bling and embroidery design. That was another thing I wanted to touch on, because you're only doing like 1 to 2 color designs on here with this machine. If you were going to sell orders, this is just my personal opinion. You can kind of upcharge or uptick that by adding bling, since you're only doing 1 or 2 color designs. Okay, so right now I am switching out the color from the dark green. I'm going to do gold for the trust the process part. And then, like I said, you can brush in the rhinestones while this is stitching. This is a 30-minute stitch out. This design particularly is a 30-minute stitch out. And then you can brush in your bling while this is stitching out within that 30 minutes. It only takes maybe 5 to 10 minutes to actually brush in. If you're new, it may take a little bit longer. For me, it takes like 5 minutes, just because I've been doing bling for some years now. But yeah, those are the types of designs that I would suggest taking lots of orders in. And then, like I said, once you get faster, once you get more comfortable, you can start taking more color options. Like, I've seen some people do logos that are like, I don't know, like 10 colors. Like, I would never do that on a single needle machine, just because I don't like, the amount of work and babysitting that type of design requires. But again, it's your business, run it how you see fit. I'm just giving suggestions based off of time and what I think is the most cost efficient in terms of taking orders with this machine. Now, you can do shirts, you can do hoodies, you can do all of those things. And even easier sell would be like towels, hand towels, or like the sets, things like that. Because again, most people just put like a name on them, or initials, or a monogram, things like that. Those are very, very, very easy to do on this kind of machine. So if you want to sell some of those on Etsy, for sure, you definitely could. You could definitely produce those types of things with this machine. Um, the smaller shirts, especially with the larger hoop on this machine, gets a little hard. So if you were doing like size large and up with this hoop, it's fairly easy because the hoop is so big. But for like the shirt that I did was a medium. Anything smaller than that with this hoop size, it gets a little hairy, because even the medium was a little tight. But I have done large and extra large on this machine with this hoop, and it was pretty okay. So I'm just brushing in my rhinestone template. If you are new to rhinestones, you just kind of brush them in a circular motion and push them upwards as you're brushing them in. You're brushing them in and out kind of at the same time. And then I am using my techie tape here to go ahead and pick up the rhinestone so we can place it down onto the shirt. I do have more in-depth tutorials on how to make this kind of design, like bling and embroidery design. I think I actually have a video where I did make this design in the video. And I ended up cutting my tacky tape in half just because the rhinestones weren't quite lining up. My tension was a little bit off with my machine, which caused the shirt to kind of get pulled in a little bit. So that's why I had to do that. I do have to do some adjusting to the tension on my Poolin. But yeah, this is definitely a way that you can go ahead and upcharge. Like I said, if you're choosing to do a design that's 1 color or 2 colors, you can upcharge by adding bling, adding, something to give it a little bit more of a pop.
All right, you guys, so we are all done stitching out and adding the bling onto our shirt. Now, the bling part of it for me did get a little hairy. It didn't quite line up. Granted, my tension on my Poolin EOC07 does need to be adjusted. I don't use my '07 quite as often because I do have the multi-needle machine. So I do need to dial in on my tension, and because of that, the push-pull kind of got a little wonky, which is why my bling did not line up so much. However, the whole point of this video was to show you a design that I believe would be worth it to take as far as orders on a single needle machine. So single needle machines are good for 1 to 2 color designs if you are taking volume, if you're taking orders, if you're taking, 10, 20, 30 plus orders on a single needle machine. Yes, it can be done. However, number one, you want to make sure that you are putting inside of your processing time maybe a little bit longer in terms of how long it's going to take you to actually make the shirt or the orders. Just because again, you are working with a single needle machine. We all know that takes longer. And then with because it does take longer, that's why I say you should stick with designs that have a color change of maybe, like I said, 1 to 2 colors. So something like this. Now, because you do have to make it more simple in terms of the color, that's why I went ahead and added the bling. You can still have something a little bit extra. You can still have something that you can charge for and like upcharge the shirt without having to do a whole bunch of different color stops or color changes. Okay, so adding bling is a fun way to be able to upcharge without adding a whole lot of extra time. So the stitch out was 30 minutes, and then you can brush in the bling while it is stitching out to kind of save on time. So that whole brushing in and stitching out is the 30-minute time frame, and then pressing it only takes 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so this is a 45-minute project, give or take, if you have any issues, troubleshooting that you have to do or anything like that. But assuming it's smooth sailing, you have no problems, it's a 45-minute shirt on a single needle machine. Okay, so designs like this are things that I think that you should do on a single needle machine if you want to take orders. We all have to start somewhere. I started with a single needle and I did small appliques. So not huge complex design, but I did applique designs until I was able to get my multi-needle machine. Those are also fun. You will have to sit around the machine more. With something like this, you can kind of press start, let it go do something else, brush in your bling, whatever the case may be, until you have to get to your color stop or your color change. And then same thing, you thread the needle and then you go on about your business. With applique, you're gonna have to stick around your machine a little bit more because you gotta place your material, cut your material, things like that. So it's just whatever works for you. But hopefully this video was helpful. Everything will be linked down in my description box. All of my materials, the design, everything will be linked down in the description box if you guys are interested. Y'all, I did cut my shirt. The bling kind of masks it a little bit, but I cut it when I was cutting my stabilizer. I cut a hole in it right there. You can't really see it that well because of the bling, but yeah, that's all I have for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I love this color. Until next time, bye, guys.